All right, crackheads, tonight we're heading across the pond. We're going to London, England, to a place called Highgate Cemetery. And if you've never heard of the Highgate Vampire before, you're probably thinking this is just going to be another vampire story. And technically, yeah, there is a vampire involved, but the more you get into the story, the weirder it gets. Because this isn't just a story about somebody claiming they saw a vampire. This story involves an old cemetery, ghosts, a vampire hunt, two guys who absolutely could not stand each other, and much more. So join us as we dig into the Highgate Vampire.
Kraken Cans Cast, raise it high. Cold beer stories under the sky. Cryptids crawling, ghosts in the grave. Something calling your name again. We don't run, we don't hide. We just take it in stride. One more round, one more side.
What up, and welcome back to the Kraken Cans Podcast. Podcast where we crack open a cold one and dive into the weird, the haunted, and the straight-up curse. I'm Mike. He's Corey. He's going to tell you about vampires and people sucking other people and stuff. I'm here to listen. I'm here to keep us on task tonight.
Keep us on cue.
As I always do.
Yeah, you're really good at that.
Yeah. So definitely, yeah, we'll be good. We'll be good. We're just coming off the heels of the Central PA Bigfoot and Cryptid Festival. We're excited to talk about that. And if you want to hear about that, this Thursday we're going to have an episode that is devoted solely to that and our experience, and so just some fun stories about that. So make sure to tune in Thursday to check that one out. Also, with the Bigfoot Jamboree coming up, we have the Bigfoot Winter Wonderland coming up.
It's coming quick.
They're coming real quick.
Mm-hmm.
So what is it, October 3rd?
October 3rd and December 12th.
December 12th. So those are going to be the next two events we're going to be at. Make sure to come out, support us, because we love you guys. It was awesome this year to be able to see people that from last year that found our cast from the festival and everything, but we'll save a lot of that. We'll get into that on Thursday. So yeah, what else you got going on? New shirt on, I see.
You too.
Yeah, oh yeah. Yep, we're rocking our new shirts that we bought at the festival.
Representing crypto theology,
Yep.
Your shirt. And mine is Screaming Sasquatch.
That's right.
Which we'll dig into them more on Thursday.
We sure will.
That's just a little spoiler alert.
Yeah, we also got to hang out with David Hardy from Cryptid Empire when we were there. It's always fun catching up with him. Dude, I don't know, his stuff's so cool. Every time I see it, I want to buy more shirts, and it's like, no, let's diversify the portfolio. But also, I'm going to buy more shirts from him.
Yeah.
I have to.
Yeah, you do.
I'm addicted. I told you earlier, I cleaned out a drawer, so I now have my uniform drawer, as my wife calls it, because it's all my cryptid-themed merchandise, plus our podcast shirts and all that is in my top drawer. So that's what my whole entire top drawer is devoted to. So, got my Squonky Tonk Man shirt on today.
And ready to squonky tonk into some beer?
I'm ready to drink a beer.
Yeah.
Maybe two.
We'll see.
No, this one's like a 14%er, so we're not getting. I mean, spoiler alert. Sorry.
Yeah.
It's back to back. Back-to-back 14s is wild.
Yeah.
Wild.
Oh, it was 12, and now we're back to back.
Yeah,
14s
dude. It took us over 2 years to beat 12, and then we just hit back-to-back weeks of 14.
I know.
It's insane.
It's just the name of the beers just fit. So
Yeah, I'm not going up from here though. Just so you know. So you are aware, like,
Okay.
I'm not going up from 14
all right.
till next week.
Until next week.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes.
Yeah. So tonight's beer we're drinking. This is a new brewery for the cast. It's Midnight Snack from Abomination Brewing Company, which is located in North Haven, Connecticut, and it's distributed by 12%.
Is it North Haven? It's not New Haven? I mean, I believe you.
No, it's North Haven. Did I say
Okay.
New Haven?
No, you said North Haven.
Oh, okay.
I just I know New Haven.
No, it says North Haven,
Okay.
Connecticut. Yeah.
A lot of havens up there then.
Yeah.
Crazy place to be.
And this 14% stout with, 14% ABV.
Yeah, baby.
This is a stout with cheesecake, vanilla beans, cacao nibs, and
Cacao, that sounds right. I think so.
yeah, sounds good.
I think so.
And pumpkin spices.
Dude, it's so funny because we talked about it a little bit earlier. When you read those ingredients, one of these things isn't like the other. Oh, we got vanilla beans, we got pumpkin spice, cheesecake.
Yeah.
It's like, who's the brewer that just threw a whole cheesecake in the batch? Who did that? I want to shake that man's hand because I love cheesecake. Just plain cheesecake. I love it.
Nah,
Love it.
depends.
Well, what's it depend on? It's a plain cheesecake. That's it. It's a plain cheesecake.
Yeah, but some people's taste different than other people's.
Okay.
So some I like, some I don't.
Just plain cheesecakes? I haven't had enough people's plain cheesecakes to have one that was bad.
I don't know. I'll eat one every now and then. Probably once every 4 years. But the reason I picked this beer is because, of course, it's called Midnight Snack.
Because it's 4 years after he had his last cheesecake.
Yeah, that's right. And since tonight we're talking about vampires,
A spoiler alert.
I said it in the intro.
Well, I know. You know I don't listen to you in the intro.
Vampires, they like to go out, get a midnight snack, snack it on some blood for some hot chicks. And that's mainly the reason I picked this beer.
Listen, if you were a vampire, you'd be eating fat guys. You know they're easier to catch.
Yeah, you're right.
So there's no
Yeah.
way it's going to be hot chicks.
Yeah, you're right.
It's fat guys, and
Yeah.
I'm cool with it.
Hey, one could dream.
Yeah, you're right. Even
Yeah.
vampires need to dream.
Yeah,
When it's daylight out and they're
Yeah.
in their sarcophagus, they need to dream a little bit.
yeah. This can's pretty cool, though. Has a nice little, like, demon-looking guy behind a fridge, and he's reaching in and grabbing a jack-o'-lantern.
Is he the one grabbing it?
Yeah, look, here's his.
Okay,
here's his
I just
long
couldn't see
hand.
the
Yeah.
other side. Yeah, I gotcha.
And there's just a jack-o'-lantern already carved. Well, that's why it's called a jack-o'-lantern, Corey. And he's pulling it out of the fridge. So he's getting his
That's why they call it a refrigerator, Corey.
Yeah. He's getting his little midnight snack. So
I see in that fridge, I saw a little cheesecake in there.
did you?
Oh yeah, right there.
It should be.
That's cheesecake.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
But that's that. So let's cheers, Ski. That's a thick boy.
It's thick, but this is like, I feel like as mellow as you can be at a 14% beer.
Yeah.
It's insane. I feel like I could like seriously just hammer down like 4 or 5 of these way too fast.
Do it at one of our upcoming fantasy drafts.
No. I'll do that. Remember last year when we had the championship and I went all Patrick from SpongeBob when I came in here?
Oh, yeah.
And it was like, so we had the championship. Corey and I are like watching all the games together and stuff. And I went out to the fridge and got beer, and I brought in a Busch Light, and I was like, I got us 2 Busch Lights. And how of a high were those ones?
The ones you brought in.
Yeah.
Were they like? They were over 10%, I think.
Yeah, they were like pushing like 12.
Yeah.
Like minimum.
Might have been like 11 and a
12.
half or
Yeah.
something.
So, and I just came in like, oh, and I was like already so, like, I was so toasted. And then I just cracked one of those open and started just chugging it because your wife's going to give me a ride home in like 3 minutes. So I have
Yeah.
to drink it as fast as man, decisions were made that night. Decisions were made. But yeah, this beer's good. I like it.
I feel like you can get all the flavors that we mentioned.
I got a lot of cheesecake. And it's really good 'cause cheesecake's really good. So,
Yeah, you get the spices,
of the
the
cheesecake.
vanilla.
Yeah, you definitely get a little bit of all of it.
Yeah. It's good. No
good.
complaints.
What are you rating it?
See, I don't love it. It's good. So Untapped, out of 5, probably give it a straight 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I had to go over to Beer Goggles, which is make sure you guys use Kraken Cans at checkout on Beer Goggles for a 10% discount on the free plan, $4.99 a month. Yeah, all the scores got a 69 on that one. I'd probably give this one. This is pretty good. 49. Yeah, I like it. I'd drink this. This is I want to pour this beer and turn Scream on my TV, and it's fall, baby.
This is a good fall perfect fall beer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or maybe Little Hubie Halloween. One of the two. Either way, I'm having a good time. Just like we're going to get as we get into this topic.
Yeah. So let's go there.
All right.
But before we go there, we got a couple sauces.
But before we go there,
We got vampires.fandom.com. And we got horrorobsessive.com.
I love horror sepsis.
Yeah.
Yikes. 14%. I got the tongue hitting hard right now.
So they're the primary sources we used over here.
All right.
So let's get into this son of a bitch in the cemetery.
Yeah, I'm totally focused on this episode. Here we go.
Yeah, lock
Here we
in.
go. No disruptions for me tonight, folks. It's just going to be me and you just listening. Here we go.
Let's talk about the place itself. Highgate Cemetery, which is in London, and it's an old Victorian cemetery filled with elaborate graves, monuments, crypts, and mausoleums. When you see pictures of the place, you can immediately understand why so many creepy stories came out of here. It's got narrow paths, old stone structures, trees growing around graves, and these huge old tombs and vaults.
Probably a couple of arrowheads.
Oh, yeah, for
You
sure.
Look around hard enough.
For sure.
You can find some arrowheads.
Definitely. By the late 1960s, parts of the cemetery had become pretty overgrown and neglected. It was also being vandalized, people were getting inside, and groups of young people interested in the occult were spending time around the cemetery. So you've already got this perfect combination: old cemetery, darkness, overgrown graves, people interested in the occult, people sneaking around, and then people claiming they're seeing things. But what's interesting is that some of these stories supposedly happened before the big Highgate Vampire story ever exploded.
Dude, you hit air quotes so long there.
Dude, there was a lot of things I wanted to quote.
Dude, your fingers started going for air
They
quotes?
just didn't stop.
It was like half of that paragraph. I've never seen. That's how my dad air quotes stuff.
Oh, yeah?
And he always air quotes like the wrong word. Like he'll be air quoting this word and stuff, or like I don't know. It never quite gets the word he wants to get. It always makes me laugh.
In this cemetery, it's moderately large for a cemetery. I think it's 37 acres.
Okay.
Which, I mean, that's bigger than, most local cemeteries around here are maybe, 5-6 acres tops.
I wonder how big that one like the big one in town is. It's a pretty big one.
Yeah. But, I mean, 37 acres is pretty
That's
large.
large.
Yeah. And I forget, there's like 170,000, something like that, bodies buried there.
That it?
Yeah.
No, that's a lot. Yeah.
Yeah. And there's a lot that are just buried all together. Like, they would just, back in like the 1800s when the cemetery first developed or opened, whatever you want to say, they were just throwing like all families kind of in the same
It's
hole.
easier to dig a hole.
Yeah.
One hole.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't worry about them.
Yeah. Let's get into Brian Byrne and his dog story from 1965.
That's what I'm talking about, Brian. Out there with your dog, a little bit of peanut butter. Let's see what you got going.
In July of 1965, a man named Brian Byrne, it's Bourne. Do you know?
Just the way you did it. Brian Byrne. I'm sorry, it's Bourne. It's like an instant correction.
I think the reason I was saying Byrne, I think there was like a hockey player named Brian Byrne or something. I could be wrong, but whatever. Don't matter. Tomato, tomato, like we like to say.
Yeah.
Potato, potato.
Brian Bobby.
A man named Brian Bourne was walking his dog one evening. It was around 8 o'clock at night, and he was on his way to a party. As he passed the western gate of Highgate Cemetery, he supposedly felt something change. He described a sudden chill and an unnatural stillness. Then he saw something strange. According to Brian Bourne, God damn it, I can't say his name.
Just call him Brian.
You're right.
You don't say his whole name now. You've
Yeah,
introduced
yeah.
him enough.
Brian
What was his last name?
Bourne.
Bourne.
Jason.
That's right.
He saw what appeared to be a black liquid-like substance coming down the cemetery wall, and from this strange substance, a tall human-like figure appeared. The figure was described as being dressed in dark clothing, and the really creepy part is supposedly had glowing red eyes.
Oh.
His dog apparently reacted to it as well, growling at the figure, and Bourne took off. Now, Mike, I'm just going to say this. If I'm walking my dog and I see a black liquid crawling down a cemetery wall and a dude with glowing red eyes who comes out of it, me and my dog, we're going back home.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going back home. The dog can follow if it wants. But I'm grabbing for air. As fast as I can go. Yeah, there's no doubt about it. I can pretend like I'm a tough guy.
Yeah.
I'm not.
No.
No.
So was he seeing a supernatural entity? Was it a person? Could it have been something completely ordinary that looked terrifying in the dark? I guess. We don't know. But it's an interesting beginning to some of these other stories that I'm going to present. A couple years later, in 1967, another strange encounter occurred. A young couple was walking in the area when they noticed a strange figure near the cemetery gate. They described the figure as having an unpleasant-looking face, and apparently it just stood there staring at them.
How would you like to just be some guy that was just out for a walk that night, right?
Yeah.
And somebody saw you, and they described you to people, and they said you had an unpleasant-looking face. Like, hey, UGLY, that guy ain't got no alibi. He ugly.
Yeah.
Like, what a bunch of jerks.
So they stopped, stared back.
Just stared at him.
Yeah, it was like a staring contest.
Yeah.
And eventually the figure slowly disappeared. So the guy that
walked away. Just leave me alone, people.
And from his account, he was walking through the cemetery.
Yeah.
He saw this weird-looking young couple.
Yeah, the fugly couple, he called them.
Who were staring at him in the
He
darkness.
said, I'm just out here trying to find somebody that wants to lick some peanut butter with me, you know?
There's two sides to every story.
There is. The winner's always the peanut butter side.
Yeah.
So.
The male of the young couple, Thomas O'Loughlin, became fascinated enough that he went back the following night with a friend and went into the cemetery, and I guess they heard a strange booming noise and then saw a shadowy figure pass in the front of them.
So they're just expecting this guy that was standing at the cemetery and walked away to just still be standing there.
Yeah, the next night. Like
to be hanging out in the same spot.
Yeah.
Yeah, he found somebody that wants his peanut butter.
And that was enough. They got out of there and apparently never went back, which probably was the correct decision.
I don't know, Ed. That one's a weird one. That one's
it is.
Like, what? All right, you saw a guy.
Yeah.
You went back the next day and you saw a shadow. You see a lot of shadows in the dark, you know?
Yeah.
I don't like that guy. There's something about him I don't like.
His last name, O'Loughlin.
That's one of them, yeah.
Yeah.
What was his first name? Brian?
Thomas.
That's close.
The other guy was Brian Bourne.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's like I swore I heard of Brian at some point. Yeah, I don't know.
And then again in 1967, we got another really strange account from around the same. So this was around the same period, close in time to the encounter with the couple. Two teenage girls were reportedly walking in the area and claimed they saw something even stranger. They said they saw what appeared to be dead people rising from their graves.
Can you describe said dead people rising from their graves?
I'm going to see if they get into it here. One of the girls was identified as Elizabeth Wajdila.
Exotic.
And she's important because her story eventually becomes connected to
the Wajdila monster.
A gentleman we're going to talk about later, Seán Manchester.
Okay.
Which is one of my favorite guys in this whole story.
Well, spoiler alert. Makes me hate him before I ever meet him.
Wajdila later began experiencing things like...
What was that one?
It was the same...
Yeah, but hit it again for me. I'm not reading this.
I'm
This
just
is your story. I want you to read that one more.
Wajdila.
I don't know. I like that one. Wajdila.
It's Wojdyla. Wajdila later began experiencing...
That's her last name, right?
It is.
What's her first name?
Elizabeth.
Dude, use that.
I know, but A lot of times when you're doing stories,
Dude, I don't.
you should use the last name.
Not when it looks like that. Listen, I assure you, my friend, when I present an episode and I get to it and there's a last name like that, I say it once and we are using the first name from then on out. Or I find like a way to describe them where it'll be like what's this lady's name? Say it again.
Elizabeth Wojdila.
It'd be like, Elizabeth, you remember the teenager in the cemetery. That's how I will refer to her as the rest of the episode.
Yeah.
So I know I can't pronounce that name.
All right. Wojdila later began experiencing things like nightmares and sleepwalking.
Oh, so significantly, like this is way after that. This isn't the same night.
No, it's not the same night. It's
Okay,
like,
okay.
days, weeks
Yeah.
later, she started experiencing these things. Eventually, her boyfriend, Keith, became...
What's his last name?
I don't have his last name.
Oh, damn. It's
Yeah.
good.
He became concerned and reportedly contacted Seán Manchester.
This is the guy you said you really like.
Oh, there's two.
Two Manchesters?
There's two guys
Okay.
that hate each other. It's
Okay.
a lot
But
of fun.
this is your favorite, huh?
I don't know. I'm going to figure that out tonight with you.
Okay.
Which one's better?
Now, when you typically watch WWE wrestling, did you like the heel or did you like the...
Heel.
Okay, yeah, I liked a lot of heels too.
Yeah.
Okay, this will be interesting. Who's your favorite tag team all time?
Favorite tag team all time. Ooh. I want to say the Hardy Boys, but I'm probably going to have to throw my wild card in there and say Los Guerreros.
Okay.
Was yours?
Dudley's.
Yeah.
I'd take somebody to Dudleyville. Anyways,
Yeah.
they had the best finishing move.
Oh, yeah.
The 3D was awesome.
Yeah.
It's hard to touch. That's hard to touch for a finishing move. It works in so many levels.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. Devon, get the tables.
Yeah. Anyways, I just want to see where we're at in like a wrestling match, see who we'd be rooting for to see if we're gonna be on the same page.
Pretty
So,
we're
yeah.
okay.
TLC. So we're
Yeah.
good.
So this is where Manchester's version of the Highgate story really starts to take shape.
And I'm sorry, when you say Manchester, you're talking about the guy, right?
Yes, the guy.
Okay.
Seán, it might be Seán, who knows? Seán Manchester.
You talking about old Seán Manchester down there on the bob?
Because it has a little hyphen above the A.
One of the little things over the A.
Yeah, a little squiggle.
I always thought that was so pretentious when they had a little thing over the A. I really want to work on my British accent so I can bust it out more.
Yeah, I'm sick.
Yeah.
I can't even talk in my own.
Bloody hell!
Yeah, that's all I got.
I'll do your
Yeah,
British
thanks,
accent.
because I can't.
Bloody
Even,
hell!
I can't even talk.
And you always shake your head a bunch when you do it.
Yeah, it really gets me going. Keith told Manchester that Wojdila had 2 small puncture wounds on her neck.
Oh.
And Manchester believed that this was evidence of a vampire attack.
I'm getting some Zach Baggins in this guy already, but I'm gonna reserve all my love and knowledge till the end.
He performed a ritual that reportedly involved a silver cross, a crucifix, garlic salt, holy water, and prayers.
Garlic salt.
Like garlic, salt.
Oh,
Like,
okay. I
yeah,
thought he used
sorry,
garlic
no,
salt.
no, no.
I really thought he cheated the system.
No.
It's gonna be like this guy kind of lost all credibility. He used the pizza topping on these people.
It's all he had left.
Yeah, he's just
covered.
It says garlic and salt. Just use
Yeah.
it all in one. He just sprinkles it around.
Now, we're still years away from the famous 1970 vampire hunt that we're going to get into.
But vampires don't age, so that doesn't matter.
Yeah. But you can already see where the story's going. People are reporting strange figures. People are claiming the dead are rising. And now our guy, Mike still needs to meet the other guy and talk a little bit more about him. But Manchester has somebody with alleged puncture marks on her neck.
I mean, this guy, I'm indifferent about this guy right now. He didn't really, he didn't win me over.
Yeah, not yet.
No.
And eventually the word vampire starts getting attached to all of this.
Why not zombies getting attached to it? With all
Yeah.
the dead rising and stuff, why did we just go with... Is there a lot of vampires? You can have this one.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my goodness.
Like, is there a lot of vampires, or is it... What are we at?
I don't know if they really know.
Okay.
They just have suspicion. Well, this Manchester guy has suspicion because she has these puncture wounds on her neck. So his immediate thought is vampire, but I don't think he knows necessarily if there's multiple, if there's one.
Well, we're in the 60s, right?
Yeah.
So we should be in zombie craze, though, at the same time, you know? Like Night of the Living Dead.
Yeah.
It just surprises me that all these bodies rose from the cemetery and there's no zombie talk. It's just all vampire talk.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah, I find that a little interesting.
Yep.
What's your favorite zombie movie?
I haven't really seen too many of them.
Yeah,
I really like Shaun of the Dead.
Well, Shaun of the Dead's great.
If that counts.
That counts. Don't even go on. Yeah.
Okay. All right. And another important piece of this story is the occult crowd. So around the same period, there were young people interested in the occult who were spending time around Highgate Cemetery. The cemetery was already being vandalized by people getting inside. And when you have people interested in witchcraft, Satanism, ghosts, vampires, and the occult hanging around an old cemetery, it's not exactly difficult to imagine how stories start feeding into one another. Someone sees something, someone tells somebody something, stuff spreads, that person has their own experience, then somebody starts giving all of it an explanation, and eventually you have a legend.
Urban legend. Yeah, the whole time I'm thinking, like, this has the makings of an urban legend from two standpoints.
Yeah.
From the people that go in there and also the people that don't want them to go in there. You start making this stuff up to keep them out.
Yeah.
So I feel like you have, like, both sides of it kind of colliding right here.
And then there's an incident that happens to a nearby cemetery in 1968. It's Tottenham Park Cemetery.
How many acres is this one?
I don't know how many acres this one is. I don't think it's as big as
18.
That works.
Yeah. Toe in hand?
Tottenham.
Oh,
Close.
It's in a ham. That's worse.
Yeah.
I'd rather hold it than have it in my ham. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're
I want that in my ham.
So somebody entered this cemetery and desecrated a grave.
Defecated on a grave?
Dude, I knew it. I knew you were going to say that. Desecrated. Or defecated.
They pooped on a grave?
Yeah. No.
Oh.
But I knew I knew it. I knew it.
Oh, yeah, I mean, you use words like defecate. Why would I not think that?
So in this cemetery, flowers were taken from other graves and arranged in a circular pattern.
And then somebody shit in the middle of them.
And then there were arrows. Arrows were made from flowers pointing towards a particular
the middle
grave.
of it, which was the shit.
Shut up. And then somebody opened a coffin and disturbed the body inside. Shut up.
Oh, gosh. Are we talking about necrophilia? Did someone go in there for a cold one? No. What are we talking about here?
I thought you were going to say like somebody shit in her mouth or something.
Oh, come on. I'm not Corey.
Yeah.
That's a Corey.
Yeah, you're Mike. Even worse. So what happened next, an iron stake was driven through the coffin lid and into the chest of the corpse. Now, we don't know who did this. We don't exactly know why they did it, but...
So that's how they messed with the body. They drove a stake into it?
Drove a stake, like through the coffin, through the body. And I think it was like investigated and stuff, but they didn't figure out whoever did it or anything like that. But that was just something that happened kind of nearby that then they associated with the stuff that could have been going on at Highgate Cemetery. Because now we're getting into our second individual or prominent figure, as some of us like to say.
This is our prominent baked bean. Our second bean here in the story.
This is David Farrant. Not fart, Mike.
Yeah, David farted.
So this was him and Seán Manchester. I'll just give you a little spoiler alert here. Those two hate each other. Can't stand each other.
Okay.
And they're both into the occult. You're just going to see as I kind of go over both of them how kind of their viewpoints are a little bit different, but they're ultimately trying to do the same thing.
So like, I feel like this is very similar to two guys starting a podcast, having a couple beers at a podcast, talking about cryptids, urban legends, all kind of paranormal stuff, right along those lines.
Yes,
Okay.
I think it's more similar to like the Bloods and Crips.
That's how I compare us.
Yeah.
So
So it's worth noting that Farrant was or Farrant. I
what
like
was his first
Farrant
name
better.
again?
David.
David.
He was an English occult and paranormal investigator who became fascinated with psychic phenomena, ghosts, and unexplained experiences. He would eventually spend decades talking about his experiences at Highgate and defending his version of what happened there. So on December 24th, 1969, Farrant said he saw something strange near Highgate Cemetery. He described it as a gray figure. And this is important because he didn't necessarily come out of the gate saying, I saw a vampire. He was much more uncertain about what he'd seen. Like, he knew that he witnessed something, but he didn't jump to conclusions and say, this was a vampire.
Okay.
It was more or less like, I saw a gray figure. I don't know what it was, but I want to investigate it, find out what the hell I saw, basically.
Interesting.
So then he wrote to the Hampstead and Highgate Express asking whether anybody else had experienced anything strange around the cemetery. And then that's when people started coming out with all these other stories of their experiences at the cemetery. And I think that the other stories that I went over, I believe they came out kind of after he prompted people. Like, I saw a gray figure. Has anybody else seen anything at the cemetery?
Yeah.
And then that's when stories just started pouring out.
I do think it's easier to have a story if you're presenting to somebody that also has a story in that way at the same place.
Yeah.
So you're not going to get looked at like you have like three heads, you know?
Yeah. So once his story got out, people began describing all kinds of strange things around Highgate. There were reports of a tall man wearing a hat. Could be the Hat Man.
Could be the Monopoly Man.
Yeah. Could be Dub Dibadome.
Owner of Dimsdale Dinmo. I cannot say that. It's so hard for me to say.
What did you know? I can't say Doug. I say Dub. Dub Dibadome, I would say.
Doug Dimmadone, owner of Dimsdale Dimmadone. I don't know. It's just that's so much lip movement, so much tongue action.
Also reported was a spectral
Black dog,
cyclist,
like a guy on a bicycle,
like a peddler.
A peddler.
I don't know.
What's he peddling? What's this guy trying to sell to people?
A woman in white, because there's always got to be a woman in white. A face staring through the bars of a gate. A figure wading into a pond. A pale figure that seemed to glide.
Is there a black dog?
Bells ringing and voices calling. I didn't say anything about a black dog.
I know. I'm just saying. Is there a black dog?
I mean, could have been. I didn't come across it.
Dang it.
Yeah.
Man. Like, when I did my whole spectral dog, we're right in England.
I know.
It's got to be a black dog here somewhere.
But here's the weird part about this. Hardly any of these people were describing the same thing.
Yeah, that
like
is.
There were so many
that is interesting.
different things going on.
Yeah.
Which, that makes me wonder, were people just making things up? Because there was so variety of different things, which makes me think, okay, are people just making stuff up to, I don't know, get a couple seconds of fame to try to, I don't, because it would be more believable, I guess, if people were coming out with similar things, I think, of something actually going on.
I agree. Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, just everybody trying to get their 15 seconds of fame with it.
Yeah.
Trying to get their tie-in with it.
Yeah. Or is it just a really mysterious place and there's just so much shit going on there?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, if you had some occult going on there, maybe you did have some kind of portal opened up, then spot opened up within the cemetery that was open.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like I lean towards more what you said.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
When I was kind of reviewing this. All right. Before we dig into our guy Seán Manchester here, we're gonna take a beer break.
Let's go empty that bladder. And we're back from the beer break. Bladder's empty. Beers are poured, and we're ready to get back into this rivalry. I don't know. To just go against all other rivalries. This is King Kong versus Godzilla. This is Yankees Red Sox. This is Chicago Bears Packers, baby. This is like longest best of the best. Here we go.
Hogan versus that big sweaty beast Andre the Giant.
Dude, am I the only one that wasn't impressed by Hogan slamming Andre?
No, dude, you see that stuff like...
And maybe back in the day it was impressive.
Yeah,
but
like
when I see now, I see like John Cena and stuff. I'm not
he's
that
like
impressed by
picking
Hogan.
up two guys on his back.
Yeah,
Like Big Show and
yeah,
Edge.
Edge. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Freaking Night of Champions.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah. No.
Edge was my favorite.
Oh yeah, I liked Edge.
Yeah, Edge was always my favorite wrestler. So
Yeah. I liked Rated RKO.
that was
Him
good.
and Orton.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah.
I didn't like Rated RKO because they were going against D-Generation X at the time, so you knew they were going to get buried.
Oh yeah.
Like, there's no way they weren't going to.
Yeah,
You know, they pushed DX. through the
Triple
roof.
H buried everyone.
Yeah. Anywho, let's get. This ain't a wrestling podcast, but
Yeah,
hey,
we're back. Oh yeah, we're back.
If you're interested in us making a wrestling podcast, no, we're not doing that.
No.
Fantasy football podcast,
Yeah.
maybe.
Just pull our leg.
Yeah.
Only got to pull it once.
No, I'll draft a receiver. I don't care.
Peanut skirt. All right, let's get back to the real stuff.
Yeah.
All right, Seán Manchester, who we introduced earlier, was an English occultist and paranormal investigator who became heavily involved in the Highgate story. Unlike Farrant, Manchester eventually became convinced that the strange activity around the cemetery wasn't simply ghosts, shadows, or people seeing things in the dark. He believed there was an actual vampire involved.
And what made him believe that?
I think the puncture wounds from that
That one
one girl
puncture
that
wound.
reached out to him. I think that was the first thing that made him think vampires. And I think this guy just really liked some vampires, to be honest with you.
Well, I mean, we all do.
Yeah.
Dude, Buffy the Vampire Slayer when I was a kid was one of my favorite shows. Like,
Yeah.
ever.
I know I watched it, but I can't remember it. I remember like pieces of it in my memory, but I don't remember like what was said, what happened. I just remember the pictures kind of floating around.
I love Sarah Michelle Gellar with all my heart.
Scooby Doo.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's.
Watched it the other day, but anyway.
I also did.
Did you?
It's, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, the kids.
nice.
Yeah, I told you the kids are on a big Scooby Doo
Oh,
kick.
yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, according to Manchester's version of events, this wasn't just some random vampire hanging around a cemetery. He claimed it was a kind of king vampire connected to medieval Wallachia. Wallachia. Yeah, Wallachia.
We'll go with that.
Yeah.
So when we're talking king vampire, we're talking if you kill the king, you kill all the other vampires along with it.
Yeah, I think he's talking like the head honcho.
Like,
the
'cause
head.
that's what I always read. You know, you kill the king, you kill the parasite. I watched the movie Slytherin the other day. You kill the Queen Slither. Game over.
Which Wallachia, it was like it's now like southern Romania.
Okay, so
Yeah.
you're in Transylvania,
So
right?
this used to be, I don't know.
Yeah, Dracula.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the one thing that I'm going to talk about at the end of this is it seems like Manchester is more, he does a lot of like dramatizes a lot of things, and it seems like he pulls a lot of things from like the Dracula book
Okay.
into what he thinks is going on here.
Like I do with Harry Potter and Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
Like I like to bring that in.
Yeah. But he like hardcore.
Tune in next week because I'm bringing Harry Potter into
hardcore?
the episode. Hardcore. It's hardcore into the next week's episode. So
The story was that this was a nobleman, so the king vampire was a nobleman who had practiced black magic and had eventually been brought to England in a coffin. According to the theory, the vampire was buried in the area that eventually became Highgate Cemetery, and modern Satanists had supposedly awakened him.
So he was always a vampire, but he was asleep.
Yes. And then he's saying that Satanists, through black magic and stuff, awoke him from like his sleep or whatever.
Nah, I'm not buying that. I have a little tally
Oh, do
going
you?
right here
Okay.
between Manchester and
Nice.
Farrant. Is that his name?
Farrant. It's like
Farrant?
Farrant. Farrant.
That was a check for Farrant because
Yeah.
I don't really believe that Satanists could just summon a sleeping vampire.
And then Manchester later claimed that the newspaper had embellished the king vampire from Wallachia story. So even like here we are having different versions of exactly what was being claimed. And I mean, both of these guys wrote their own books of the events at Highgate Cemetery. And I didn't really dig into their readings because, quite frankly, I didn't care because I know it was just going to be all bullshit.
Who's you buying, though?
I'm probably buying... I like Farrant, to be honest with you. Like, when you see his picture, dude, he looks like a vampire.
Oh, hell yeah.
Write that down on there. Looks like a vampire.
Hey, that's a check mark for Farrant right there. He's got 2 checkies.
Like, he dresses like a vampire.
Hell yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
And Manchester, supposedly he's an old Catholic bishop.
So Farrant has a 3rd check going to him.
Yeah, dude.
Bishop ain't getting no check.
And I don't know if that's like self-proclaimed or what.
Well, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I thought you were a Manchester guy at the beginning.
No.
Okay.
I think in the magic duel we're going to talk about here in a little bit,
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
Manchester would win, but I like Farrant better.
Okay.
But we'll go over that.
Okay.
Spoiler alert, might be a magic duel.
A magic duel. Harry Potter must not go back to Hogwarts.
But regardless of how the specific story involving the vampire, etc., developed, Manchester had arrived at his conclusion that there was something supernatural at Highgate, and he believed it was a vampire.
He believed the vampire was the one who could fly. He's the one that could touch the sky.
And this is where Farrant and Manchester start to head down 2 different paths.
Dude, do these... I just... Like, do you think they really threw down at any time? Or do you think, like... All right, so they didn't throw down, but guys had to hold them back. You know, like they were going to... They were both coming at each other with, like, an open fist, open hand over the head. Like, they're going to have a slap fight. But all their friends held him back. Like, no, Farrant, it's not worth it.
Yeah.
He's not worth your time.
Yeah. It's like the...
Cripple fight in South Park.
No,
Okay.
I was thinking like Romeo and Juliet, the Capulets and the Montagues.
That's what it is.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You talking about Hamlet? No,
I was talking about Romeo and Juliet. Same guy wrote them, I think.
Yeah. Yeah.
Who's that, Shakespeare?
Shakespeare.
Yeah. Shat?
Shaz. With a Z.
So pretty much they're different paths. So Farrant had seen something he couldn't explain and wanted to investigate it, whereas Manchester went straight to, this bitch is a vampire.
Well, he saw the teeth marks.
Yeah. So
I'll give him a little tiny check for seeing teeth marks.
yeah.
Mind.
And once the vampire theory entered conversation, the media absolutely loved it.
Of course.
One newspaper headline asked, "Does a vampire walk in Highgate?"
Can a male vampire walk in high heels during the night? Can a male vampire dance the dance, the tango that nobody else could see under the moonlight stars with a werewolf?
Hell yeah.
Should I do another?
No.
I lost myself in that last one a little bit. Like a piece of my soul.
I thought you were doing like the Ric Flair
Yeah, I
walk.
did, man. I think
Woo!
I created a Horcrux, a little piece of my soul left into something. I don't know, this piece of paper, I guess. As soon as you shred it, I'm done.
Farrant also reported seeing dead foxes around the cemetery. He said there was no obvious explanation for how some of them died, but later both Farrant and Manchester claimed to have seen foxes with wounds around the throat and described them as being drained of blood. Manchester saw this as supporting his vampire theory. Now, obviously, a dead fox doesn't prove a vampire. There are plenty of possible explanations.
Listen, I've seen the Twilight movies, and I know for a fact that a vampire can't stay as strong as they actually can if they're feeding on animal blood instead of humans.
Yeah.
So these are... typically, if you look in the eyes of these vampires, they're going to be yellow instead of red. Red is going to be a human feeder, and these are going to be obviously fox feeders at this
Fox
point.
feeders.
But a fox isn't going to be able to. It's not going to be able to fulfill a full-grown man of blood.
We call that an appetizer as
Yeah,
humans.
appetizer.
Yeah.
Because it's just
teases,
teasing you
yeah.
into the next human that comes in. You're going to rock our world.
This is going to rock your world too, baby. On Friday the 13th.
Why'd you have to throw a baby in there? You're going to rock your world, baby. And then you said it real fast. Freaking me out.
On Friday the 13th.
Go for it.
In March.
1970.
1970. Mass vampire hunt. Manchester announced that he was going to conduct an official vampire hunt. Manchester was interviewed by ITV, and then Farrant and other people who claimed they'd seen supernatural figures around the cemetery. So all these people are getting interviewed, and apparently they all aired. Apparently, I don't know. I should have looked and see if I could find any of these interviews from back then, but
It's probably better you didn't.
yeah, you're right. And then a lot of people showed up. Within a couple hours, a mob of supposed vampire hunters from London and beyond descended on Highgate Cemetery.
So,
Yeah.
what was... Farrant didn't organize anything at this time, right?
He didn't... No.
He just spoke out against the vampire hunts.
I don't know if he necessarily spoke out against it. I think Manchester... So I think Manchester officially announced the vampire hunt.
Okay.
And then I don't know if Farrant went there as well to try to take control.
We're also going to do a hunt, but it's for not vampires.
Yeah, it's for the other stuff.
Yeah.
Maybe vampires.
We're going to catch ghosts.
Yeah.
And goblins and stuff. Okay. So
Yeah.
Farrant was there for Manchester's Wild Goose Chase.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it seems like these guys were just neck and neck through their entire lives, all the way up until 2019 when Farrant died. There was still...
Dude,
There's online forums, I guess, that of them just bashing each other on online forums, and they took it to death.
You have to respect that.
Yeah.
To just wake up every single day of your life, go to your mirror, and Manchester looked at that mirror and he said, "Fuck Farrant," every single day. And then he proceeded to brush his teeth and go down and start his day. But that's how every single day started.
Yeah.
Where he looked at that. Man,
Yeah.
good for him.
Yeah.
If it makes you feel any better, I say that in the mirror about you every day. As I start all my days. So
Hell yeah.
screw Corey, and then I put my deodorant on. And we go from there.
That's right.
Yeah. That's crazy, though.
So within a couple of hours, a mob of supposed vampire hunters from London and beyond descended on the cemetery. The cemetery was locked. Police were there trying to stop this mob of vampire hunters. People just started climbing over the walls and gates and just pushing through everything because they wanted to find this vampire.
You can also imagine the police don't care that much.
Yeah.
If I'm a cop there, it's no, don't. Okay,
Yeah.
go into the cemetery. There's nothing you can do in there.
Yeah.
I really don't care.
Yeah. No, you can't go in there.
No, it's like
Oh.
Willy Wonka when kids start dying in his chocolate factory.
Yeah.
No, don't.
Yeah.
Watch out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. So think about this. This isn't just two paranormal investigators walking around with flashlights. You've got a crowd of people trying to break into a cemetery because they believe there is a vampire inside. So Mike, and this, you pretty much just covered it, but imagine being a cop who gets the call. We need backup at Highgate Cemetery. Mike, tall son of a bitch.
Yeah. I'm at the local tea shop. I'm pretty preoccupied. There's a couple of hobos in here fighting over their last croissant. They'll be over when I get there. Over.
Yeah, that seems about right.
That's how it would go if it was me.
Yeah.
It's are you kidding me? Nah,
It'd be
I'll
more like
find
this.
anything else to do.
It'd be like, what?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Yeah. What day is it? What county am I in?
Yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, these people are just going ham at the cemetery. And, I mean, whether there was a vampire that was real or not, like, this happened. The vampire hunt was real. People showed up. People broke into the cemetery. And the police had to try to deal with it. So the legend had officially escaped the people telling the story. Now the public was participating in it. And then Manchester, so after the mass vampire hunt, Manchester wrote about his own experiences that night. And this is where I want to make another distinction here. This is from Manchester's account. So this is from the man, Chester himself.
You know, Chester. Oh, Chester. There's a song. I can't remember it.
So according to him, he and some companions got into the cemetery. He claimed a psychic sleepwalking girl had previously led him towards a particular catacomb. They tried to open the door, but it wouldn't budge, so they climbed down through an existing hole in the roof. Inside, Manchester claimed they found empty coffins. They put garlic inside them and sprinkled holy water around. Now, I'm going to stop there because if somebody tells me there's a vampire in that catacomb and then a psychic sleepwalking girl led me here and then we have to climb through a roof, I'm going home. I'm not going to lie. I'm not, that's too much work.
Oh, no. If I am there to kill a vampire, I'm probably going in because I'm stupid enough to follow old Manchester in. Yeah. But you know, Manchester's telling, like, he's with his cronies and he's like, yeah, you guys come in this hole first. I'll follow you in.
Yeah, he's up on the ground.
He's got all his garlic salt on him at this point.
His garlic salt, yeah. And his oregano.
Yeah, ready to top his pizza. He doesn't care.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just, I don't know, a psychic sleepwalking girl. That's crazy. What does that even mean?
Dude, I don't know.
Okay.
We should get his book. I won't read it, but...
Dude, I just had deja vu. You ever get deja vu?
Mm-hmm.
Psychic sleepwalking girl just gave me deja vu that I had a dream about this moment. All right.
Hell yeah.
That's it. I think what comes next is I punch you right in the face.
Ooh.
No, I'm just kidding. I don't remember.
And then I catch it with my teeth.
You do catch it with all your teeth as they fall out.
Yeah, and then I bite your hand off.
No, your teeth just fall out.
I gum your hand all up.
All
right.
It's weird. It makes me uncomfortable.
Then several months later, something much darker happened. On August 1st, 1970, the charred and headless remains of a woman were found not far from the catacomb.
Charred and headless.
Yep. Police suspected the body may have been connected to black magic. Obviously, this added another disturbing layer to the story, but I want to be careful here. There is no basis for us to say the vampire killed her. We don't know that. We don't even know that this was connected to the Highgate Vampire story, but the timing of this situation made it more just sensational. And then shortly afterwards, Farrant was found near the cemetery. So it was shortly after this was found, Farrant was there, like, roaming around.
That doesn't surprise. Like, I feel like he's like a cemetery raccoon. He's there all the friggin' time.
Yeah.
All the time. He's just there roaming around, seeing if he can find a shadow, a ghost, or whatever. You know?
And while Manchester was out conducting his own investigation into what he believed was a vampire, Farrant eventually got himself into trouble. Police found Farrant. I like saying Farrant better, but
yeah, it doesn't matter.
Flows better. Farrant.
We'll call him a ferret.
Fart, shart, it don't matter.
It does. There's a big difference between that.
You're right.
Yeah, there's a big difference between that.
Sorry. Police found Farrant in the churchyard beside Highgate Cemetery, carrying a crucifix and a wooden stake. He was arrested, and the case was later dismissed. But just think about how far this story has gone. Farrant's original story was basically, I saw a gray figure. Now you've got Manchester hunting a supposed vampire, people breaking into cemeteries, and now Farrant gets arrested while carrying a stake. It's getting pretty...
I respect Farrant, though, because he's doing stuff. You know what I mean? I feel like Manchester walks the walk, but Farrant, Manchester
talks the talk. Did you say walks the walk?
I don't know what I
I
said.
think Manchester
Probably, yeah.
walks the walk or talks the talk.
Talks, yeah.
And Farrant.
Yeah, I got us all fucked up here. Manchester talks the talk.
Yeah.
Farrant walks the walk.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's
That's
what I'm gathering.
I agree with that.
I feel like if anybody killed a vampire, it's Farrant. I also feel like if anybody is a vampire, it's Farrant.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. So then Manchester eventually returns to Highgate. This time he went during the daytime. According to his own account, he and his companions managed to force open the doors of a family vault. Inside was a coffin. Manchester believed the body inside was somehow connected to the vampire.
like, how you just breaking into
You
people's
just ripping,
vaults.
yeah.
Yeah. I had another dream about a psychic girl, and she told me to come in here, so I'm all good.
Yeah.
I'm all good. I can do what I want. Here's my pass, my permit from the cemetery. I do what I want.
He claimed he was about to drive a stake through the body, but one of his companions convinced him not to. So instead, he shut the coffin and left garlic and incense inside the vault. And again, this is from Manchester's own account.
This doesn't even make sense.
Yeah.
His companion's like, yeah, don't stab a dead body, you weirdo.
Yeah.
There's nothing there.
Yeah. And then 3 years later, the vampire returns.
The one he was going to stab, probably.
Yeah.
That's probably how it was.
But Manchester's story doesn't end there. According to his later account, so 3 years after the whole vampire hunts in 1970,
Sure.
he discovered that what he believed was a vampire corpse in the cellar of an empty house in the Highgate area. He implied that this was the same vampire, and according to Manchester, he staked it and burned it. So apparently the vampire was finally destroyed.
How does he know it was the same vampire?
Dude, I don't know, because this guy's a fucking nut.
Dude, he is, man. Hell yeah. They named a soccer team after him. Manchester United.
Yeah. All right, we're getting into my favorite part of this whole story.
All right.
Farrant versus Manchester.
Yeah, I mean, I'm leading one way for sure right now.
So we got these two guys who are really at the center of this entire mess.
Dude, I can't believe these guys just hate each other's guts. Though.
Yeah.
That's great.
David Farrant and Seán Manchester. And apparently, I wish I would have looked into it more, but they're both like the president of like the British occult paranormal society. Like
British
both,
Coal East and British Coal
No,
West.
dude, they have the same name.
They're literally
But they're
the same
different
exact
things.
society.
But they're different societies, but they have like
Okay.
the same name.
Okay.
It just made me laugh.
British Cult Society and British Cult Society of the Paranormal.
Like, yeah, but like they were literally the same shit.
Gosh, man.
So by this point, we've seen how differently they approached the Highgate mystery. Farrant was the guy who said he saw a gray figure and started asking whether anyone else had experienced something strange. He was interested in the paranormal, but he wasn't necessarily convinced from the beginning that he had seen a vampire. Manchester took a much stronger position. He believed there was an actual vampire at Highgate and developed an entire theory about where it came from, how it got there, and how it could be dealt with. And these two absolutely did not see eye to eye. Both continued talking about Highgate for years. Both claimed paranormal expertise. Both criticized the other, and each basically became the hero of his own version of the story. Their disagreement eventually became so intense that rumors spread that the two were going to meet for a magician's duel.
Magicians duel. Why are we calling them magicians? Dude, do they have a top hat and carry rabbits around everywhere? What the hell's going on? Why are they magicians?
So this was supposed to happen on Friday the 13th, Parliament Hill, 1973.
So this was like set up.
Yeah, I guess.
We're having a
Yeah.
magician's duel
Yeah.
today.
You bring your crew, I bring my crew.
No way. I'll bring my wand. Abracadabra!
Alakazam!
We gotta hit it with that. That's like the killing curse in Harry Potter. It's not abracadabra, but it's super close.
Is it?
You couldn't think of anything else for a killing
Yeah.
curse, you know? Abracadabra!
So I just want to give a little bit more of each of these guys, and then I want you to pick.
All right. I'm going to close my eyes while you hit me with all this. Because I already have my choice picked, but
All
hats
right.
off. All right. Here we go.
So some of this might be repeated, but Farrant, remember, he was the one that saw the gray figure.
Oh, yeah.
Wasn't convinced it was a vampire.
Not a vampire guy.
He had a background in the occult, paranormal investigator, and was interested in psychic and supernatural phenomena. But when it came time to actually get involved, this guy was apparently willing to show up with a crucifix and wooden stake. So his approach was basically, I don't know what this thing is, but I'm going to investigate it. I'm going to fuck this thing up.
Maybe.
Manchester believed there was an actual vampire. He was confident that this was a vampire. He had a background in occult, paranormal investigator, and later presented himself as a self-proclaimed exorcist and clergyman.
Okay.
His approach was basically, it's a vampire. I know where it is. Give me the garlic salt.
But at the same time, it was also like, I think I know where it's at.
Yeah.
It might not totally be there. I'm pretty sure. About 48% sure I know where it's at. We'll go stab some dead bodies with some steaks.
So here, timestamp this because I did a picture I want you to look at. All right, so Manchester versus Farrant. And Mike, I showed you a picture that broke down the statistics, the attributes of each of the gentlemen.
At the end of the day, I didn't even need to see the statistics and everything. I know which one I sided with. But...
And after seeing the picture of both of them, does that match?
I'm going to say for Manchester it did. For Farrant it didn't. I thought somebody a lot cooler looking. Like with a cooler haircut.
He's got some cooler photos out there. I'll show you them.
Yeah, that's cool. I believe you. But yeah, it's like I expected something just like slightly cooler.
And I would tell you, a lot of the pictures I saw of Manchester, he has these sick like sideburns.
Chops.
Chops, yeah.
Oh shit. Yeah, okay.
So you might need to...
Well, that might change it. I could... No. Yeah, Farrant's freaking cool. He has a medallion around his neck.
Yeah.
That says, I am Chief Turd.
And I think I agree with you. I mean, I saw more pictures of Farrant, obviously, than this one, but it seemed like this guy is secretly a vampire. And I don't.
But he's dead.
Mm-hmm.
He's the dead one of the two. So we'll have to get Manchester on the cast to figure out what's going on there.
Maybe Manchester killed him, and he's technically the winner.
We can't say that, because what if we get Manchester on? Hey, everybody get ready for the kickback episode.
Seán.
September, we got Manchester coming on.
Seán.
I
don't know. Seán.
What's saying it like that?
I don't know how you...
You looked at me and just go...
Could be Sheen.
Seán.
I don't know. Dude, it has a little wiggler.
The wiggle does throw you off.
Yeah.
Damn it.
So, yeah, I agree with you.
Seán with the wiggle.
I think Farrant.
You're leaning for Farrant?
I'm leaning towards him.
Farrant was my vote.
Yeah, that's who I'm voting for.
Unless we get Manchester on.
Yeah, we could say, hey, Manchester.
He can win us over. Be like, hey, no offense to you.
We thought Farrant was cooler.
I'm not going to say cooler.
I think he's cooler.
I mean, he is cooler. But
cooler.
No, I agree.
Yeah,
he's definitely cooler.
On
but I'm
DL.
Yeah,
sure, gotcha.
Wink. We'll go with that. Manchester, we think Farrant may have been right about this stuff, but we need convincing, because we're on the fence. We're just leaning toward the Farrant side. I mean, we're on the Farrant side. We're leaning towards the Farrant side. But Mr. Manchester, if you can get us back on your side, we'll go raid a catacomb with you tonight.
Yeah, and you could wash just like you did years ago.
Yeah.
I
don't care.
I'll carry. Hey, we'll carry you. We'll get one of them chairs where I stand on one side, Mike stands on the other side.
I'm pretty sure he might just be like a cuck of killing vampires, like cucking.
Yeah.
Where you just sit in the corner and just watch it happen.
Does some things. Yeah, I gotcha. Well,
but if you come on the cast and you prove us wrong, then hell yeah.
Yeah, we're into that.
Email him. I can't believe you haven't already.
Dude, I might have to write him a letter though.
Yeah, you're right. It'll be like 6 stamps to get that over there. Yeah, you're right. Oh shit.
Telegram, maybe? I don't know.
Dude has even just.
All right, so folks, quick theories here, then we'll wrap up. Not going to dig into it too much. Theory 1, there was really something there. Something going on, something paranormal. there was something going on there.
It's a cemetery. There's a lot of energy coming from a cemetery.
Yeah.
Regardless of the occult being in a cemetery, there's a lot of energy coming from the cemetery.
And this was a big cemetery, old cemetery. There were actually a lot of famous people that are buried there, but I don't remember
Led
any
Zeppelin was buried there.
of them. I don't remember any of
Led
them.
Zeppelin. That was his name. It says on his tombstone.
Yeah. Mike's favorite theory, mass hysteria.
Yeah. Next.
Third one, which I feel like it's kind of similar to mass hysteria. It's people created the legend.
Yeah.
Like-
I also, there's a lot of legends I hear when I hear mass hysteria that I think this one could definitely be mass hysteria. There's a lot of stuff that is like, yeah, okay, I could maybe see that.
Yeah. Which, like I said, I think people creating the legend, I think that's pretty similar to like mass hysteria, you know?
Yeah.
When Farrant, I think it was Farrant, that saw the gray figure, asked if anybody else seen anything, and then you saw all these other different reports, encounters coming out.
He did like an ad out in the paper to get people?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, something like that. Something in the media. I mean, that's really the...
Yeah, but I could see mass hysteria, I guess, in this one. Every story could see mass hysteria, but there's a lot of craziness going on with this story.
And especially if these two guys had like a pretty big following.
Oh, yeah. They had a big following, and you already know that their following didn't like the other one.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I would compare this to the following of, you have Zach Baggins from Ghost Adventures. You have Steven from Slice of the Paranormal.
Yeah.
Shout out, Steven. We're
Hell
on
yeah,
your side.
Steven. We are.
Until Zach Baggy Pants comes on the cast.
Yeah.
But yeah. No, I think that's very similar.
But yeah, I mean, that's, you know, that's really it. Like, was there something real there? I mean, there could have been. It's just all the other things that happened afterwards, I feel like really put the credibility down.
Well, yeah, there's so much like BS around it that there's no actual story.
It turns into like a circus.
It does.
Yeah.
The guy's got garlic salt down there. Farrant, like, at the end of the day, we have Farrant that saw gray figures and Manchester that organized a vampire hunt.
Yeah.
And supposedly saw a girl with puncture wounds in her neck. That's all we really have to work off of.
Mm-hmm.
We have nothing else to work off of in this entire story.
Yeah.
Besides hearsay, their say, he said, she said. That's it.
Yeah. So
do you think the cemetery is haunted?
I think this particular cemetery, how big it is, how old it is, I could say that some of these stories I believe are credible.
Yeah.
But again, like I said, I think they get lost in the shuffle. So it's hard to say what's real and what's not.
And I wonder, I always wonder if at the end of the day, when all of a sudden these real stories, these real ghosts, these real spirits get lost in the shuffle, does that mean they just fade away? Because all of a sudden there's no energy for the actual real spirits there. Do they just fade away in the abyss?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure the cemetery could really be haunted. It's a huge cemetery. There's thousands of bodies buried there. Of course it could be haunted.
Yeah.
These two guys, everything, I don't know. You have Farrant, who pieced together all these random stories. You have Manchester, who is locked into a vampire. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Who do you like more, ghosts or vampires?
Who do I like more?
Not like more, but like what kind
am
of...
I interested in more?
Yeah.
Probably ghosts.
I like vampires.
So peanut butter and jelly. Or
I feel
sorry,
like
fluff.
that tells, like, Manchester. I'm more into vampires. Manchester's a vampire guy, but I can't side with him. That's what I'm saying. That tells you the story right there. You know?
Yeah.
So, with that, I'm the Crack Daddy Mike. Hey, Corey.
Hey, Mike.
Are you following us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, or YouTube yet?
Yeah, I am. Hey, Mike.
Yeah.
Are you following Cryptid Empire on Facebook and Instagram?
I sure the heck am.
Yeah, good.
Am I following the Kraken Cans Cast on TikTok?
No.
I'm not, because I don't have a TikTok, so I have no ability to follow us. But hey, if you're out there and you want to follow us, make sure to go out there. We're pumping out shorts, all kinds of fun content. We're just hitting over 2,500 followers on Facebook, so we can't thank you guys enough for going over there and following us. You got anything?
I don't got anything. I'm ready for next week's episode so you guys can hear about the Central PA Bigfoot and Cryptid Festival.
Not next week's. That's in 2
well,
days.
That's what I meant.
It's in 2 days.
I meant the next 2
Corey,
days.
it's happening in 2 days.
Yeah, 2 days.
Get
Oh,
your head
I'm ready to
there
roll.
You go. Now you're ready.
Lips are moving.
All right.
I'm the BK Corey.
Quit doing that.
Mike's dumb.
Check out KrakenCansCast.com and Corey Stupid.
Join the quest with Kraken Cans, you'll find